Top 5 tool hacks every car guy should know. So inevitably, when we're working on stuff, we end up using the wrong tool the wrong way to get the right results. Now, us car guys, we're used to this. I mean, it's an everyday occurrence. But some of the new guys just starting out might not know some of these simple tricks. So, I'm going to show you. Number 5 for you new guys out here, right? Double wrenching, right? It's where you put 2 wrenches together to make one longer wrench. So you can, loosen bolts up a little bit easier. Classic move right here. Comes in many shapes and forms too. You got this classic guy right like this, all the way up to this bad boy if the job requires it. Tip number 4, get yourself a long extension, right? Or a broom handle or just any stick, basically. You can use it to listen to where if you have a tick in your engine, right, something, you can poke and prod this around and you'll be able to hear through the rod what's going on down here, right? Don't believe me, it works. Trust me. Looks goofy, but that works. Number 3. Now this helps me out a lot when doing spark plugs on, Iron Horse, wherever that is pictured up there, right? Now, because the spark plug's trying to get the socket in around the header tubes, sometimes it's really hard to do, especially when you have it all connected like this. So here's the trick, right? Don't fully connect the socket to the head. What you can do is you can put this right on the spark plug or any bolt you're trying to loosen that you can't reach. Then you can either take the actual socket head itself or with an extension and just place it right on the back. That gives you a little more wiggle room, and then you should be able to have enough torque here to loosen up the bolt. This works wonders on these spark plug holes where it's hard to get, the actual full head down in here. Works good. Alright, so number 2 is pretty simple. If you got a stuck bolt and you're leaning on this thing and it ain't budging, well, don't stop leaning on it, because the chances are you're going to snap the head of the bolt off. Instead, what you want to do is you want to take your palm or a mallet or something, and it's going to be hard to show you with only one hand, and you want to just smack, right? Smack the end of the ratchet. See, what that's doing is it's shocking that bolt. It's shocking the bolt top and the threads down below every time you hit it, just like an impact wrench. And eventually, it will shock itself loose, and then you'll be able to unthread it the rest of the way. Only number 1. We've all had it where we've had a, head of a bolt that is round. Like, it's completely stripped. So what do? How do you get it out of there? Heat? Sure, but for the new guy, here's the way to do her. You get a socket that is slightly smaller than the diameter of that bolt head. The bolt head's already soft. That's the reason it's stripped in the first place. It rounded itself off. So you get a socket slightly smaller. Either go with a millimeter socket if it's a standard, or a standard if it's a millimeter. Just something slightly smaller than the original size. And you make it that size. You put it on there and you just start whapping until it sits on there. Chances are you'll be able to undo that bolt then. 6.57 times out of 10. Well, there you go. There's 5 things that help out the new guys. Well, us older guys should probably already know.
It's time for bed now. Now get up and turn your video off.
I'll catch you next time.